So what we have here is a pretty stunning 1958 Fender Tele. Ozzy, what do we know about the history of this guitar?
Like you've already mentioned, it's from 1958, built in the United States of America, and it found its way to Germany about 15 years ago, and the guitar comes from a very well-known vintage guitar dealer in the United States called Gary's Classic, and it's an all-original guitar. Besides one thing, and that's a new refret.
Mm-hmm.
And the fret job was done by Andre Waldmeier from Stauffer Guitars, and it was a brilliant fret job. And the good thing about it is now you got both sides. You got the playability of a new guitar with brand new 6105 frets, and you got the brilliant sound of an original vintage guitar.
Yeah, I played it before and it really feels like a modern guitar because the neck profile is also pretty comfortable. It's not too thick. It's not like a typical 50s big neck. It's pretty slick, and with the new frets it really plays like a modern custom shop or just a modern Tele. And you have all the original vintage sound because all the electronics are original and the pickups are original and just everything besides the frets.
And the most important thing is that the wood is original, because the wood is very important for the resonance and the sound of the guitar.
Yeah, and it's extremely light. It's extremely lightweight. I think it's only 3.4 kilograms.
No, I think it's even less. I don't know exactly. You have to look on the website. There you see exactly how much the guitar weighs.
But it's pretty light. And besides that, a very special feature about the guitar is the wiring, because the guitars, the Teles from this era, they didn't have the regular three-way kind of switch that we know from today's Teles, but they had a rather different thing going on. Maybe you can explain what's happening here.
Yeah, the 50s Teles had a different wiring, and it goes like in the first position you have, like normally on every Telecaster, just the bridge pickup. But now comes the difference. If you go to the second position, it's not like on the new Telecasters that you have the middle position.
Mm-hmm.
You have only the neck pickup. So it's in the first position,
bridge.
Only bridge. The second position is only the neck pickup.
Mm-hmm.
And the third position is an extra sound that was added to the guitars in those days, because the players in those days, they didn't play heavy metal or stuff like this. They often played in orchestras or in bands where they needed those special sounds from the old jazz guitars. Like you play the old jazz guitars and you turn down the
tone knob.
The tone knob, yeah. And you turn down the tone knob, and just for those special kinds of voicings like and so on. And especially for those sounds, they added an extra capacitor to the neck pickup that you can switch on in the third position.
And which basically cuts off the treble.
It cuts off the treble and it makes the sound very, very warm. Sometimes I would say a little bit muddy, but like on the old jazz guitars, like you know from the old jazz.
Yeah, but you also can get the in-between position that we know from today's Teles. You just have to search around a little bit between position 1 and position 2.
Yeah, it's the same like on the old Stratocasters from the 60s, you know. They all had the three-way switch.
Yeah.
And so you just could get only the first, the second, and the third position, just the pickups only. Mm-hmm. And if you take your time and you toggle around a little bit between those positions, you can find the middle position.
Yeah, and on this guitar you can even find it pretty easily. You don't have to like search around for
it works perfect because the switch stays perfectly in this position.
Yeah.
So it doesn't switch back or forward. It stays perfectly in this position. And that's the good thing about this guitar. So you have 4 sounds that you can check easily on this guitar. And that's more than every modern Tele has.
Yeah, so it's a very old guitar, but it has basically more features than any
This guitar really
modern.
This guitar really combines the best of both worlds. You have the playability.
It's a great player.
From a new Telecaster, perfect neck shape. It's like a medium C shape, and you got 62105 frets that play perfect, and you got the old sound from a very resonating wood and perfect pickups and electronics. Best of both worlds.
Yeah, and for more information and for more photos and detailed photos of this guitar, just check our homepage, 10 Guitars.
And especially for the sound played by me.
Yeah, and you find the link down in the description.
Okay, see you.